Yes, we've all been there before. This shit is more than a game, man. And now, these shirts are more than a game. But did you know that this merch wasn't made only for sportswear? No sirree. This shit more than a game is a lifestyle brand. You can wear the shirts for anything, such as going shopping, working out, this shit more than a game, doing chores, setting the mood.
Yeah, that's that thing I like.
Changing a tire. Robbing a bank.
Go, 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 go!
Jumping a Falcons fan. And so much more. So purchase your official This Shit More Than a Game merch today for the low starting point of $28.03 and let the world know this shit more than a game. Warning, please see a doctor if you feel you've gone too far with taking this shit more than a game. This shit more than a game is not associated or licensed with any organization or entity except for Jono Barnes LLC. This shit more than a game is not responsible for any fights caused by the shirts. Jono Barnes LLC does not promote or recommend violence of any kind unless it's at the expense of a Falcons fan.
So, I know you know the game started.
What?
Stop acting silly, you know.
What?
Come on, watch the game.
Man, I ain't trying to watch that team, man. Look already. Right here, this is a real team. This is a real team. The 2-0 New Orleans Pelicans. Look, I know you're always talking about we need to spend more time together. I'll sit on the couch and you can watch that game, but I'm watching the real team, okay? I'm analyzing the real team. The 2-0 New Orleans Pelicans.
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans, yes.
The team that always breaks your heart, has all the injuries,
No,
has you
come on,
cursing. Worse than the Saints games.
Come on now, you know the shit more than the game. You know the shit more than the game. We're 2-0 right now.
I do, because you be acting
Look. Enjoy your New Orleans Saints. And I tell you what, they actually might win this game. The coach ain't all that. They actually might win this game. But you know what? It ain't going to fool me. It ain't going to fool me. It might fool all those stupid fans, but it ain't going to fool me because it's always the same
You
thing.
know how crazy you are right now?
Listen,
You're talking about the Pelicans being the best after 2 games. But this...
Up, down. It's always with the Saints, man. I don't care if they win this game and that.
It's the same way with the Pelicans. What are you talking
And
about?
then we might be the top
I thought
team
you were
in the
tired of
NFC
that.
South. I'm done with that. I'm following a real team, okay? Watch your game, man. Don't worry about me, okay? You know the shit.
Oh yeah. Touchdown. Are you watching? No, you're not.
No. Watch my foot.
What's wrong with you? What do you... Oh my God. What's wrong with you? Why are you shaking?
Because you know this shit more than the game, man. You know this shit more than the game. Hell yeah. Guess what? We gonna be the top team in the NFC South actually, because I saw the Falcons were actually losing. Don't tell me how I know that. I was watching. But yes. Hell yeah, man. Come on, this shit more than the game. That's what I'm talking about, team. That's what I'm talking about, man. So I knew we was gonna get it together. Man. The offense looks amazing.
You sound absolutely insane. You sound crazy. I need you to reevaluate some things.
Reevaluate what, bro? We are the number 1 team in the NFC South. You understand this? After we win this game, we're going to be the number 1 team in the NFC South.
Okay.
The playoffs is right there.
I thought you were done with the up-down roller coaster rodeo ride of the Saints. I thought you literally not 2 minutes ago said that.
Man, you know this shit more than the game. Man, let's enjoy this game, all right? And we are going to the playoffs, baby. You know this shit more than the game. Man. Hell yeah.
Somebody help me.
How amazing it is how one win can cure that, right? Raise your hand in the chat and be honest. This is a safe space. The Jono Barnes Show is a safe space. Be honest if that was you this weekend after all that trash we talked about Dennis Allen and the New Orleans Saints, and that one win can flip things around just like that. Doesn't matter who it was. Doesn't matter if it was the Colts or the Chiefs. One win can flip things around just like that, from fans being down in the dumps to high in the sky like we with the Jeffersons. Let me know in the chat if that's how you felt. But let me tell you something. There's different ways to be a fan, folks, and that's what this opening rant today is going to be about. You see, there's a lot of, unfortunately, gatekeeping that I've seen lately, especially on social media, when it comes to Saints fans and fans who were getting ridiculed because they were not excited like I was in that skit. It was really a documentary. They were not excited about being the coach, and they were not saying, oh, I'm back on the bandwagon or anything like that. Let me tell you something, folks. There is no one correct way to be a fan, okay? We have got to, as a fan base, stop gatekeeping what it means to be a fan. If you are happy about that win Sunday and you're back on the bandwagon because we're tied for first place in the NFC South, be happy. Be happy. You're a fan. Be happy. But if you aren't happy, if you are not happy, if you're not on the bandwagon again, if you still feel like you need to see a little bit more before you get excited, hell, if you are mad about the win because you're like, damn, all this is doing is just delaying the inevitable and giving Dennis Allen or Mickey Loomis more credence to keep Dennis Allen, that's okay, folks. Folks, that is okay. We have enough data for fans to feel that way, okay? It's not like this is Dennis Allen's first rodeo. If fans want to feel that way, let fans feel that way. We have got to stop gatekeeping. There is no one true way to be a fan, folks. I think a lot of fans get into that habit of, oh, if you're not diehard, oh, I'm a big Saints fan, and woo, I want to cheer for every win, that you're not a real fan. No, we got to get through this phase of calling fans real fans or fake fans. If you want to be critical of the Saints still, be critical. If you were still mad after that win, be mad. Shit, they're getting our money. Everybody's money is the same, whether it's a pessimistic fan or an optimistic fan. The money's still green to Tom Benson and his estate at the end of the day. So be a fan. And let's stop gatekeeping what it means to be a fan, folks. If you're mad about the win, that's fine. Now, granted, look, if we win like 3 straight, then I get it. Then, okay, maybe we can start calling out some of the fans for not being impressed or for still being upset about these wins. But we cannot be gatekeeping, man, how fans feel with this team right now. Like, we cannot be criticizing and ranting and raving and cursing out Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael and Derek Carr and the regime, and then being like, oh, you're not a real fan because you're not happy at how we won the game. No. They have every right to be. Again, we have enough data. This isn't our first year. This is not our first rodeo. So my rant, because I don't have to rant on the Saints. Thank God I don't have to rant on the Saints this week, right? They won. They looked real good. I'm very impressed with it. But if you aren't impressed, good for you. Good for you. I have no problem with that, man. Let's stop gatekeeping how fans are supposed to be, okay? Feel, fans, how you want to feel. If you're feeling optimistic, God bless you. If you're feeling pessimistic still, God bless you. If you're feeling annoyed or angry because, again, you are feeling like we're just delaying the inevitable and you don't want to keep going through this circle of mediocrity and purgatory with the Dennis Allen era Saints, more power to you. Feel how you want to feel. But, folks, stop gatekeeping fans. Debate is fine. Healthy discussion is fine. I'm cool with that. That's what this is all. It's entertainment, folks, right? Now, don't get it wrong. This shit more than a game. But it's entertainment at the end of the day. So have debates, you know. That's what it's about, man. Barbershop discussion, all that stuff. We're going to have a great discussion today, me and my family. We're going to debate. We have different ideologies and different opinions about where we see this team going. But it's healthy. It's fun. It's entertainment. I'm not going to gatekeep how I feel. I'm not going to gatekeep feel like they should feel the same way. No. Feel how you feel, fans. And stop gatekeeping other people for how they feel. Speaking of how you feel, NBA season started last week. So the Pelicans have 2-1 right now. And let me get off a mini rant right quick before we get to the show. I know we have a lot of Saints fans that want to talk Saints today, but it would be very wise if you're a Pelicans fan on this Jono Barnes channel too, because we are going to talk a lot of basketball and NBA and Pelicans going forward throughout this season. So last night we had a big game against the Golden State Warriors. And about 1 hour before the game, Brandon Ingram was announced as out with knee soreness. Man, we made it through practice. He did the shoot around, but 1 hour before the game, he was announced as out. That pisses me off, folks. That pisses me off. It's the 3rd game of the season. It is the 3rd game of the season, and our superstar players already out with soreness. What happened to the game I love, man? What happened to the game I love? I look at DeMario Davis, and I don't like comparing football players to basketball players, but goddamn it, I'm about to compare a football player to a basketball player. I look at DeMario Davis. He's playing on one leg right now. He had 4 days rest between the Houston Texans game and the Jacksonville Jaguars game, and he was still out there. But we got NBA players sitting out because of knee soreness. And don't get me wrong, I can't judge too much because, of course, you know, it's Brandon Ingram's body. It's not mine. I'm not a doctor. But come on, man, it's the 3rd game of the season. Suit up. What happened to the game I love, man? I look at LeBron James. LeBron James is 40-plus years old. That man going out there playing 30 minutes a night. and these new age of superstars, but it ain't just Brandon Ingram. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna pick on my players because it's my team. But you look at Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, and again, I don't know what they're going through right now, but all these players, man, saying out for load management. Hell with that. Play your games, man. This is the NBA. This is not the NFL. What's going on with that, man? So I was pissed off last night, and of course, we got our ass whipped to the Warriors. Should have been nice to have a 20 point per game player on the court right now, but I guess we're gonna have to just accept that Ingram is going to be out every third game, right? Like, I mean, gotta let the knee rest. I might sound crazy. I might be delusional. And again, I don't know what Brandon Ingram is going through personally, but I'm willing to be the voice of the fans. Again, I know you guys see yourselves in me. I'm not a media member. I'm not somebody trying to rub elbows. And granted, I actually kind of know Brandon Ingram. I was a ball boy for 13 years. So I'm not. You would think I would be a little bit more graceful. I don't care about that, man. I'm not trying to be buddy anything. I'm speaking on your guys' behalf because I know you guys are frustrated as a fan base watching the Pelicans and the NBA in general, to be honest. That could be a whole nother show. And how these players are saying out games with load management 3 games into the season, man. What the hell is up with that? We got to do better, man. Brandon Ingram, if you want to be that guy, play, man. You got to learn how to play with a little bit of illness, I got a boo-boo on my knee, man. Play. We need you. We say this out of love, not vitriol. We need you. Zion, too. I hope Zion is listening because, he's played 3 games so far, but we got to see how he does the rest of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jono Barnes Show, where this shit more than a stream.
An eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on and flashed. He did the mash. He did the monster. The monster man.
This shit more than a game.
It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to Halloween as a blind man. What's my flag? Oh, that's a flag that they should have thrown in the NFC Championship game. Happy Halloween, folks. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know a lot of you guys might have had to go trick-or-treating for your kids, all for yourselves. So we truly appreciate everybody who joins the show tonight. And tonight we have a very special mid-season edition of the Jono Barnes Show, a Halloween edition of the Jono Barnes Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing on some very special guests. Special and subjective to a lot of people, I'm sure, in the chat when they see who's coming on. But we're going to talk about where do we see the Saints right now at the midpoint of the season. And then, I don't know if you guys saw the standings with the NFC South. It ain't looking so hot. And with that one win on Sunday, we are now tied for first place in the NFC South. So we're going to discuss who do we see coming out the NFC South as the 2023 season proceeds. First, I want to bring up a person who was adored and beloved by this whole community. Y'all know him as the Taysom Hill of my channel. He does it all. Moderator, producer, co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, my dog, Ziggy the Beast.
Yo, what's good, Jono?
Ziggy, where your costume at?
Hey, man. It's a good thing I'm even here right now.
So you're going as comfortable,
I got
man,
Drew
right?
Brees.
All right, yeah. Well, then you're going as comfortable, man, with the Drew Brees toy. Next up, this is a good one, Ziggy. This is now, like I said last week, if you are the treat of the channel, this guy right here is the trick. And I know, unfortunately, I know. And I look, me and him had an off the camera discussion. We had like a come to Jesus meeting, like the Saints have had. And he's going to actually be a bit serious with the mid-season roundtable discussion. But I will allow him to come in and get his smack talk right now after that performance they put up last Sunday, just for the 1 minute, and then he's going to he promises me, guys, so don't get mad if he doesn't. He promised me, though, he was going to be serious today. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all non-favorite Cowboys fan, Evan Barnes.
What up, Ev?
It's a great
feeling-
costume, Evan. Great
We're
costume.
feeling very godly in Dallas right now. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
Of course, Ziggy. Of course, he makes it a Cowboys reference.
That's all I'm gonna say. I know y'all saw that game. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, no.
Not Jesus.
Evan, unfortunately, and this is becoming a bad habit, bro. Sean, like 5 minutes before, he put up Brandon Ingram. I'm out for the night, y'all. I guess he came down with the Rams kicked our ass itis because I had this ready to go for you and everything. Evan, y'all look real good. Y'all whooped that ass. Whooped that ass so bad that Sean, he's tapping out this week. Evan, he didn't want to deal with the heat.
I mean, I can't blame him either. I won't want to show my face after that ass we just put on them. God damn, we just showed them why we got the best offense in the league right now. Honestly, with CD Lamb, Prescott, Pollard, Jack Ferguson, and I didn't even mention the defense yet. Ooh, godly. Ooh, Jesus. The whole get a little hot over here. I'm sorry, man.
And I must admit, and I see people already in the chat talking about what happened with the 49ers, but
hey,
y'all haven't. Look, I'm giving y'all props. Y'all haven't lost since that game, and they've not won a game since that game.
Hey, and it's funny because I was actually talking about this earlier today. I think you might call me crazy, but that game between us and the 49ers, I honestly think we put the blueprint out of how to beat the 49ers. That might sound, you might laugh about that, and that might sound crazy, but honestly, the Cowboys put the blueprint out on how to beat the 49ers. Look, they have not won since that game. And it got so bad, they had to make a trade to an injury-prone defensive lineman to play with Nick Bosa. Like, that's how desperate they are. Like, they're like, shit, if we have to see the Cowboys in the playoffs, we don't have enough pressure to get the Dak Prescott. We need help. They need to figure it out. And I'm sorry, I think the Cowboys put it out there for the NFL of how to beat them. And I cannot wait if the 49ers make the playoffs, but I cannot wait to meet them again if we meet again.
Ziggy, I bet if the Cowboys were the ones who traded for Chase Young, Evan would be doing backflips. But of course, because it's the 49ers, he's injured.
No, not at all. We don't need Chase Young. No, we don't give up valuable draft picks for an injury-prone person. Not at all. Come on. This guy hasn't done anything since when? He was in Ohio State when Nick Bosa was still there. Come on. We don't do it. We don't do that. No. Look, one thing about the Cowboys, the people we draft, we evaluate them, we raise them, and they play to be a great football player. That's what the Cowboys do.
Anyway,
unlike the Saints who trade up in the first round.
No. We talk offline. You said you're gonna be on your best behavior tonight.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You got it out. You got it out. Look. Now we also have another guest on. I think he's on. I'm looking in the backstage and I don't see a picture, so I hope I don't bring him on and he's not ready. Now on the opening intro that I did, of course I had my special guest being KJ, but I don't see. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. We're a black family. You take what you get with us. Sometimes we show up on time. Sometimes we don't. Also, I'm not paying these guys, so you got to respect that they're even taking the time out to discuss with us. But I want to bring on, this is either going to be a huge success or a big failure, my other cousin that you guys might would like to get to know. His name is Brad Barnes, and he is all the way in Atlanta to scout the Falcons. He's not a Falcons fan. He didn't turn his back on us the way Evan did when he moved to Dallas. But he is repping that black and gold all the way from from Atlanta. Let's see, this is going to be a trick or a treat with Brad. Brad, you there?
I'm still here. You hear me?
We hear you. We don't see you. We just see a blurriness.
I don't know why it's not working. Oh,
all right. We're not professionals, guys. There we go. Yeah, back up a little bit. Make sure there's nothing in there. You don't want nobody else seeing.
My camera
on the screen.
You got to flip your camera.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, look at that. He's in costume too. I love it. Thank you for joining the show, Brad. You're like a great six-man with Kevin doing a no-show tonight. So thank you.
Yeah, I need to see because my camera phone is like I can't even see you guys. Like it's
don't worry about seeing us. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see.
That's all you got to worry about. That is all you got to worry about. Because all we're going to do is talk Saints football today, and we want to thank everybody who's in the chat right now on Halloween night, joining the Jono Rant show on this Halloween edition. You got the blind referee, you got the Mickey Mouse peanut butter sandwich,
Mickey Mouse peanut butter.
You got King Zeus, the Cowboys fan, the king of the NFC, apparently. And you got my dog Ziggy going as comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ziggy, you see the graphics at the bottom, the Halloween graphics?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, John. I
Hey,
like
man, we're
it.
going all out today, folks. We're going all out for you guys because you guys deserve that. And we're going to do a special roundtable today, folks. We're going to talk about, since it is the mid-season point of the season, where does the New Orleans Saints stand at 2023? We are 4-4, which is not a shock to me. It's like the embodiment of the Dennis Allen era, just an average team floating around in purgatory. But there is some good to take away from this season so far, and there's also some bad. So I'm going to ask you first, Ziggy. What do you feel about the 2023 New Orleans Saints right now at the midseason point? And what grade would you give the Saints at the midseason point?
I give the Saints a C. We're not terrible, but we're not like great either. But hey, man, remember the Seahawks made the playoffs with a losing record? I mean, all you gotta do is just get in, right? At that point, everybody's 0-0, and you let the chips fall where they may. Let's let the Saints just get in, and let's see what happens, man. It's always who that, bro. I think we got a shot to get in, and maybe the Saints will hit their stride. Maybe they get their second win, and maybe we'll make a run. I think I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good right now about our Saints.
Okay, and that's respectable. That's
But
respectable.
middle, not too excited, but
a C is a great
C.
grade because we're 4-4. Like we're a C team actually. So yes, I'm seeing people in the chat. Valente says a C plus. Pammy Whammy, my girl Pammy says a C average, just like you say, Ziggy. Mikey is tough, man. Mikey is saying a C minus. My dog T30 says he's going to give us a C2, a C for causing my pressure to go up. T30 is the greatest, man. And Joe Badnov says a D on offense and a B on defense. I guess a D and a B equals out to a C, right, Ziggy?
I think he's right. I mean, the offense is too inconsistent. I agree with Joe.
All right, Brad. What do you grade the Saints at the midseason point? It's backwards, but it looks like a D. You go a D. You giving them a D?
Yeah,
why do you give them a D?
They deserve a D. That offense is shitty. We need to get another quarterback. I feel like Evan, and we need to go draft a white quarterback, a better one than Carr, because he ain't shit.
What? Does Evan say that?
Huh?
I don't think
A little controversial. We already have one, Brad, but I hear what you're saying.
Nah, Derek Carr's kind of mixed. He got some. He got I don't know. He got something in him. He ain't all the way white. We need a full-blooded white quarterback.
There's no senses on the Jono Barnes show, folks. Evan, you tell me you're gonna be serious. So I really want a serious answer from you. What are you grading the Saints at the midseason point?
All right, I thought before the season even started, y'all was already at a B, right? Then as the game, progressed and y'all was playing more and more, I'm sorry. I gotta give y'all an F. Like, there's no way I can get out. Like, my highest I can go is probably D minus, honestly. But let's think about it though. We're already in salary cap hell. We're letting guys go.
Who is we? Who is we?
Yeah, you're right.
You're catching yourself, right? There we go. Go ahead.
You're right. Y'all are letting guys go every single year and letting them flourish at other cities. Man, Davenport, well, he's been hurt. Was it Gardner Johnson, Marcus Williams, Trey Hendrickson? Everybody who leads the Saints have a career year after that. So y'all been in salary cap hell. And guess what? Y'all had the time to restart and everything. But you know what y'all did? Y'all double down on the damn team. Y'all did. Y'all kept the same terrible-ass head coach. Y'all was like, you know what? We got an average-ass, Dalton, and we got James Wilson. Let's go and pay more money we don't even have. Y'all borrowing from the USA Treasury, and we fucking trillions of dollars in the hole already. And we we gonna pay an average quarterback in Carr. And I'm just like, damn. So I gotta give y'all that. Y'all had the moment. Y'all had the time to restart and everything, but y'all was like this terrible division y'all in the NFC South, which is terrible. God damn, pretty bad. I know Ziggy mentioned the Seahawks went to the playoffs with a bad record. Yeah. But damn, even that Seahawks team would be leading that this division. Man, and guess what? Y'all not even in the lead in your own division. Y'all got Atlanta Falcons, who's number 1 seed in your own division. That's why I can't give y'all nothing better than a D minus. Honestly, y'all offense is mid par, boring to watch. I was actually happy to see y'all play against scored some points last week, but that was against the Colts, who's out there starting quarterback, who's in a rebuild year too. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, y'all might hate me, but it's a D- right now. And I don't see it get any better from here either. I don't.
Flag on the play, flag on the play, flag on the play. You went way too long. We get it, Evan. You think the Saints are not a good team. We get it. Thank you for that wonderful analysis. Boy, this show, what would we do without Evan on this show, right, Ziggy?
Hey, I'm just trying to make y'all realistic, okay? All these people that's in the chat, I'm making y'all realistic, okay? Y'all team suck. And once y'all get it in y'all head, y'all have a great season.
Oh, what you think about what Dana's saying about Davenport in chat? She says Davenport is not good.
Well, we don't have Davenport no more, so I mean it's a non-factor. But it goes into, unfortunately, Evan's point of like putting a lot of value into some of these picks that have not worked out for us, like Davenport, like Peyton Turner. I mean, you know, we have tried our best to build on the D line and the O line, but it has not worked in our favor. Unfortunately, we've struck out with a lot of these guys, and that is why we've seen the struggle with our O-line, even though the O-line has got better the past few weeks, and our D-line not being able to get the quarterback down and having to rely on a 34, 35 Cam Jordan to be that guy, because Peyton Turner and Marcus Davenport initially did not make the leap that we were hoping them to make. Thank God for Carl Granderson, right? I mean, that's somebody who I would grade an A+ for his performance so far. Ziggy, I'm going to kind of agree with you. I'm going to go with a C- though. And this is why I'm going to add the minus part to it, because I feel like we had a schedule to be 6-2 at this point, right? Like a good coach, in my opinion, would have us at 6-2 right now, right up there with the Eagles and the Lions. And yeah, I hate to say it, the 49ers and the Cowboys. We should be up there in that category. Not saying we're as good as them, but the schedule we had so far should have had us in that position. The same way, you know, everybody knew last year that the Vikings weren't that good, but they played up to their schedule, and they was like 7-1 at one point. Even though we all knew the Vikings wasn't on the Eagles level, we all knew the Vikings wasn't on the 49ers level, but they won the games that they needed to win. We're not doing that. And Dennis Allen has a hard habit of not taking advantage of, one, just being gifted one of the worst divisions of all time. Two, the schedule, man. Like, I was the main one on this show, y'all, saying that, oh, y'all, we can't just rely on the schedule being bad because the teams were bad last year. There's too much parity to carry over from one year to the next year to think that these same teams are going to be bad. These teams are actually kind of worse. The teams are actually worse than we played than I thought they were going to be. And we're 4-4, man. So, granted, 4-4 is average. That should give you a C. But because of where we are, because of what we were expecting to be this season, I'm giving us a C-. You're lucky I'm not giving them a D, but I'm only giving them a C- because they actually looked pretty good on Sunday. The defense didn't have their best game, but the offense finally looked like, I'm hoping, this is the fan in me, the light clicked on, and maybe we'll actually take advantage of the fact that our schedule, even going forward, still looks pretty bad. And that the division, again, which is a shock to me, I'm shocked that none of the teams in the NFC South stepped up. It's bad again that we can win this goddamn division, even though I'm still not like sold on the regime. So I'm gonna go with a C-. Ziggy, you say the C. Brad, who apparently is having technical difficulties, we thank him for joining us for the first 10 minutes. He gave us a D. And Evan, he said an F, then he said a D-. I don't know where he sits, but I just know that he's giving the Saints a failing grade.
Look, man, defense is what wins championships, right? So if I feel like if our defense shows up, if we can sneak into the playoffs, hey man, the sky's the limit.
You know, Ziggy, you're right about that. If the defense could score touchdowns, y'all might have a chance.
They might, bro. They could.
Y'all might have a chance. If they can score touchdowns and stay healthy, y'all might have a chance. Staying healthy is the hardest part, I know.
That is one thing I do give the Cowboys. Aren't they like top with scoring on defense or something like that? But,
absolutely. But that's another discussion for I don't know, y'all. I don't want to bore y'all from my godly team. I don't want to talk about them that much. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't know who's first, Falcons or the Cowgirls fan. It's hard to choose. I say both. Man, what's up, Jerry?
Hold on, Jerry. A Falcons fan is bad, but Brad is not Falcons fan. He's in Atlanta, repping the Who Dat. Brad, are you back on?
I'm back on.
All right, good. So, Brad, I gave that's the babies in the background. I gave the Saints a C-. Ziggy gave them a C. Evan gave them F, basically, and you giving them a D, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an F.
I'm changing to an F. I'm sorry. We gotta place that shit with a fucking F.
All right. Well, why? Why is it an F now? Did Evan convince you or something?
Nah. You one monkey one game don't start. Don't change nothing. Shitty ass quarterback.
I get it.
Shitty ass quarterback we got.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, folks. Our division absolutely sucks. Our division is bad, man.
Ain't you the one that's the beginning of the year that's like, oh, we got Derek Carr, we got the best quarterback in the division. They got Desmond Ridder, they got what's that other guy that's in the division as well? They got that Bryce Young, and who else? Baker Mayfield. He got like switched from like 5 different teams already, and you was like, oh yeah, they got the best. We got the best quarterback in the league.
Who you saying? I say that.
You didn't say that?
21, but no, I did think Derek Carr. I mean,
with them glasses on, you must be blind.
I still think Derek Carr is the best quarterback in the NFC South, but that's not saying much. That's like saying, the world's tallest midget at this point. But Derek Carr looked good on Sunday, so we'll see if that was a 20-point or if this is just a team stringing us along for the ride again. The NFC South, folks, is real bad.
I think an F is kind of harsh, though. I think the F is a little harsh.
That's harsh.
We still 4-4. We still tied for first in that division. We can still win our division.
We should.
The F is like the Panthers.
We should. Okay. We had Green Bay game. Why they lost that Green Bay game?
See, Dirty agrees with you, Brad.
We lost that Green Bay game.
We were sold on a Lamborghini and we got a scooter.
A scooter. We got a moped.
We didn't get a call.
I don't know. Dirty. Derek Carr kind of played like a Rolls Royce on Sunday. I was very impressed with his performance and the way the offense finally looked like a competent offense. But because the NFC South is so bad, folks, it is what it is. We're right there in it, right? Like we are leading the division. Granted, I know the Atlanta Falcons are technically on top of us, but we ain't played them yet, and it's always after Falcons. So I'm saying it right now. The Saints at the mid-season point on October 31st are leading the NFC South. Look at the standings right there, folks. The Atlanta Falcons are 4-4. New Orleans Saints also 4-4. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not won a game since they beat us, and now they stand at 3-4. And the Carolina Panthers finally won a game Sunday and are 1-6. NFC South is so bad. I've seen Panthers fans on a Reddit and message board saying, well, damn, if we win 2 straight, we'll be right back into the hunt. That's how bad this division is, that a team that started 0-6, some of their fans actually think that they can still make the playoffs because the division is so bad.
If I was a coach, that's what I would be telling my players.
I want everybody in the chat. I want you guys too. I mean, look at this, though. Look who scored the most points, though, Ziggy. Even though our offense is bad, look who scored the most points.
Look at those home records, though, Jono. Isn't that a little concerning to you?
It is a little concerning. The Saints have got to start.
We 3-1. Atlanta's 3-1, and the Saints 1-2, and we can't,
But the Falcons have not played us yet. But again, look, as bad as our offense is, we scored the most points in the NFC South with 171.
I agree, Jono. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm looking at these numbers, and I think even Evan would be able to say, like, the numbers look like it's supposed to, the Saints are going to be the ones, the cream of the crop rises to the top. I don't know, y'all. It looks like to me with these numbers that the Saints have a realistic shot. I can't believe I'm saying this, but of actually making the playoffs. So I ask you guys, who do you guys have at the midseason point winning the NFC? Who do you guys have at the midseason point? Y'all, hold on 1 second, okay? 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Trick or treat!
What? Can't y'all see I'm trying to do a goddamn live stream? And tell your parents that your costumes suck.
Look, them trick-or-treaters, bro. Ridiculous.
Damn kids, man, what the hell are they doing? Don't they know this shit more than the stream, man? Come on, man.
Ain't you?
You left your light on, Jono. That's why.
Yeah. Ain't you supposed to be a blind referee? How you see that to open the door?
Anyways, you guys, who do you guys have winning the NFC South? I'm going to go with Evan first because I really want to hear what he has to say about this.
Well, I was actually looking at the schedule of what the Saints have, and honestly, y'all have probably one of the easiest schedules in the NFL for the rest of the season. Y'all have some very winnable games. Y'all honestly play Atlanta twice. Y'all got the Bears.
I got you, Jono. I got you, bro.
Go ahead.
Oh, They got the Bears with a backup quarterback. The Vikings, Kirk Cousins out. Y'all got the Rams, like the Panthers. Like y'all really have an easy schedule for the rest of the year. And for some odd reason, just knowing y'all, just the Saints, just in general, I gotta go with Atlanta Falcons to win the division. It's hard for me to go with the Saints because the Falcons got a very promising running back. This is like with Robinson at running back. This is how Kamara was years ago before he started beating up people in Las Vegas. This is how Kamara used to be. Then you got one of the best young wide receivers in the game with Drake London. And don't forget about Kyle Pitts, who they don't really use after they can figure out how to use them. And also, Atlanta got a top 10 offensive line in the league, too. And they honestly have one of the better defense than New Orleans Saints. They did a massive trade. They did pick up a nice defensive lineman after one of their guys went out the year, which, by the way, the Saints didn't do nothing at the deadline. The Saints was trying to figure out who else they could spend more money on for next year, probably. But that's another story. But yeah, I'm going with Atlanta Falcons to win the division.
You know, Evan, you make a good point. I want everybody who's watching in the chat right now to let me know. I actually had a few people on social media. It was divided, but people were mad because the Saints did not make a move at the offseason and at the midseason point with the trade deadline today. And my thing was, now hold on, we can't be the same fan base saying that we got to blow it up, right, Ziggy? Blow it up. Get rid of Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael. But then we're getting mad because we're not trading future assets for rental players, basically. Like if we traded for Chase Young, he ain't probably going to stay here. It was only going to be for half a season unless they want to pay him $60 million plus. Right. Like, is it Uchi Wadi? Is it one Mike? Saints fans, what do y'all want? Do y'all want to blow it up and start over and get rid of the Dennis Allen era? Or do y'all want to go all in? Like, I'm hearing Saints fans say they don't believe in Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael and Derek Carr, but yet they're getting mad because the 49ers are making trades for Chase Young. Newsflash, the 49ers are a Super Bowl team. Will they make it? I don't know, but they are a contender for the Super Bowl. They can make moves like this. This is not 2018 to 2020 anymore, Saints fans. We don't need to be making trades just for the hell of it. Like, the NFC South sucks. Be content that the NFC South sucks, that what we have is probably good enough to win 8-9 wins. That might get us a wild card spot. That might get us a Superdome matchup and the playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. We don't need to be trading future assets for we don't need to be trading future assets for these players. So I just don't get it. You know, I feel like this is one of the most, and granted, this is probably every fan base, but we're only talking about the Saints right now. One of the most like just hypocritical fan bases of all time. Like last week, everybody wanted everybody fired. This week, everybody's getting mad at Mickey Loomis for not going even deeper in the cap hole and going deeper into doubling down, tripling down. I mean, because if you trade for Chase Young, you're tripling down on Dennis Allen, basically. You're saying that I believe in this guy. So what is it, Saints fans? Let me know in the comments. Are y'all mad that we didn't make a trade? Because I damn sure ain't. I'm glad that we kept our draft picks. We need them, y'all. We got to start retooling that, at least for the future.
Yeah, y'all got to keep it. So when y'all trade up for the first round for next year, it's pick another busted player. y'all need y'all draft capital. Y'all do. I know. I'm with y'all. Y'all need it.
Like I said, folks, look at those standings. Well, with the Saints I have right now, as bad as we have looked, it's good enough to win this division. If we can sweep the Falcons, that's probably arguably what we need to do to win a division, and we'll be hosting, folks. The Superdome is going to be hosting a playoff game if we win this division, and it might be the Cowboys. It might be the Cowboys because Lord knows they ain't going to be better than the Eagles no matter what they say they'll do. So can y'all imagine that? The Saints hosting the Cowboys? Oh, that would be the greatest Jono Rant show of all time when we come on. We make Evan look stupid. But Ziggy.
Yeah. I mean, we're clearly the best team, Jono. I mean,
I'm gonna push back on that. We cannot say that we're clearly anything. We're not that good to be saying that.
Putting up the most points, and we are like we are right in the middle with 154 points against. Like the Panthers, they're running the score up on the Panthers. They're running the score up on the Falcons, and we right there, and then we got the Bucs. Like, we are clearly the best team. 171. There's no one even close. No one has 160. No one has 150. No one has 140 for points. Mm-hmm. These offenses is trash. So, compared to other maybe divisions, yeah, but we only worrying about our division, which is the NFC South. We're better than the Falcons. We're better than the Bucs, and we're better than the Panthers.
Now, I do say this, Ziggy, whenever we play fantasy football, I always say to all our fantasy owners, I say, look at who's scoring the most points, even if they're not technically a playoff team in the moment.
That's a good comparison, gentlemen.
I always say the cream of the crop rises to the top. So this is, that's fantasy football. I get this. It's real life football. But the fact that the Saints offense, as bad as the Saints offense has been, has the most points of all 4 teams, that gives me a lot of confidence that the Saints are going to rise to the top. Now, I'm not going to say clearly, Ziggy. I'm not going to say we're clearly the best team because, I mean, we got too much to clean up. As Dennis Adams' favorite word, clean up, to say that we're the best team. But I do agree with you.
So how about this, gentlemen? I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
No, go ahead.
So out of all these other teams in our division, who has a better receiving core?
Gotta be the it's between us and the Bucs. If Chris Olave wasn't having such a bad sophomore slump, I would say it's us easily because nobody has a better number 3 than Rashid Shaheed. Nobody has a better number 3.
Who has a better running back core? Us.
The core or just a better running back?
Running backs, just in general. Us.
Us? Yeah, I know. I'm going with us again.
Who has a better defense?
You can argue Tampa Bay.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
Evan, do you think that we have the best receiving and running back corps in the NFC South?
Receiving? No, not at all. I'm sorry, but you got a future Hall of Famer Mike Evans over there. Chris Godwin,
trying to piss me off.
Otter.
Trying to piss me off.
I'm really not. I'm stating facts. The third wide receiver is Trey Palmer, who I would take over Rashid any day.
Rashid had 3 catches for
this
over.
Dude said he would take Trey Palmer over. Oh my, Brad, what you got to say? Who you got winning the NFC South, Brad?
You good?
I'm gonna go back to what we had before. We got a shitty ass quarterback, and a shitty quarterback can't get the ball to nobody. So I mean, So there's a reason why. There's a reason why only 2 teams it's a reason why when only 2 teams wanted him when he got cut. The Jets and us.
Mm-hmm.
So
I bet you the Jets could really use him right now, to be honest, if the Jets had Derek Carr. So Brad, who you pick? Who you have winning the NFC South?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna say the Bucs. It ain't gonna be us.
Now the Bucs have not won a game in a month. You still going with the Bucs?
They're on a 3-game losing streak.
And they're on a 3-game losing streak. They beat us. How many points we put up against them? 9 points? At home? Y'all forgot that, right?
I didn't forget anything, Brad.
9 points at home?
Hey, I respect it. I respect that you're not, some people might look at me and Ziggy and say that we're being biased. It's not, when I don't mind, and Ziggy, I don't know if you're being biased or not. It's not a thing about being biased. To me, it's the NFC South is just not that good. That, again,
that's why I'm at.
I hope this isn't controversial. I know this is 2023, so almost everything is controversial, but it's like, okay, we're the world's tallest midget. Like, congratulations. We're taller than all the other midgets. Like, that don't mean I'm saying that we're special. Like, oh, we're a good team. We're just better than what we have, Hey, as long as the NFC, the NFL has the rules that the division winner makes the playoffs, then we're going to take advantage of it. And we're going to take advantage even with having a very average team up to this point. Now, granted, I guarantee you if the Saints win the division this year at like 8 or 9 or whatever, suddenly Roger Goodell's going to be like, hey, maybe we need to change the rules and not allow a division winner to automatically make the playoffs. Suddenly it's going to be a problem when the Saints do it. But I think that, and this is shocking to me, like, one, I have 2 thoughts on this actually. One, I am so shocked that Sean Payton retired because, dude, you are gifted with one of the worst divisions for the past 2 years. Sean Payton could have been boosting his Hall of Fame resume right now. Instead, he wanted to go to Denver to play in the AFC West. Like, he wanted to go to the hardest division and play against Mahomes and Herbert. What the hell are you doing, Sean Payton? Sean Payton, you could be boosting his Hall of Fame resume right now. Like, we would be killing it with Sean Payton right now. I still don't know why he retired. That's just dumb, in my opinion. Like, the NFC South is horrible. Why was Sean Payton retired when he had an easy division to win the past 2 seasons? And 2, I am just so shocked, bro, that back-to-back years, this has got to be the first time in history a division has been bad 2 straight years. And I got food opening season of the year when us, the Bucs, and the Falcons were 2-0 at one point. Who would have thought, huh? Feels like a lifetime ago. We were 2-0, and I was like, I told y'all that the NFC South was going to be bad 2 years in a row. I was wrong. I was blind. Good Lord have mercy. The NFC South is probably worse this year. Like, it seems like no team wants to step up and actually become just even a competent team. And it's amazing that for 2 years in a row, we have such a trash-ass division. I remember when the NFC West back in the day was horrible, but eventually one of those teams stepped up. It was the Seahawks. Then it was the 49ers. Then it was the Cardinals. Like eventually a trash division is going to have one team step up and be a good team. For back-to-back years, especially now that the Tom Brady or is going with Tampa Bay, it's 4 bad teams. Like, goddamn. And you would think that Dennis Allen would take advantage of that. But here we are at 4-4 at the midseason point. So people can call me biased or whatever, but my thing is just that we're going to be the best of the bad.
You know what's even worse though?
What's worse, Brad?
Detroit is even better than us. Detroit been in purgatory for like the past 18 years.
It's not like Detroit did this overnight, Brad. Detroit has been building something for the past 3 years that they're finally at this level. Now, I don't want to act like we should be envious of Detroit. I mean, goddamn, do you want to trade spots with them? Like, congratulations, they're finally having a good year after 20 years. This is going to be their first time winning the division. And I don't think Evan was born. And Evan has never actually seen the Detroit Lions win a division in his lifetime that he's going to finally see it this year. So I'm not going to act like I'm envious of the Detroit Lions. It's just that in the NFL, even though sometimes it's longer for other teams than others, the tables always turn. And right now it's the Detroit Lions' turn. But I'm not going to compare us to the Lions unless you're saying that we should have went all in on Dan Campbell before Sean Payton even retired.
Should have done something better than
I mean, some of the other divisions been bad too. Like AFC South has been, bad all the time. The NFC East just started getting kind of good. The NFC East
that's always like, here's the thing though. I get it. There's like the AFC East for a while was very bad when the Patriots were running the shop. But they had the Patriots. They had the Patriots, right? Like they had that one team that was great. For the past 2 seasons, we have not had even a good team. Like I don't even count the Buccaneers last year as a good team. They were decent, and they had the Tom Brady package to get them over the hump, and then they got their ass whipped by the Cowboys. This is 2 years in a row now where, of course, Evan agrees with that. This is 2 years in a row now where it's just not even a good team. Like maybe the Saints turn it around and become a good team. Maybe, I hate to say it, the Falcons or the Bucs do it. But we don't even have a good team in this division, Ziggy. Evan, how do you feel? Because let's say, and I know you think the Cowboys are actually going to become the number 1 seed eventually, but let's say that the Eagles stay on top and y'all have to play another NFC South opponent. Here's the question I want to ask you. Not who you think you're going to play, but who would you want to play if your Cowboys, because y'all will be probably the 5 seed, had to go travel to the NFC South's home for the playoff game? Which NFC South team would you want to play?
Oh, the Saints. 100%. No. I'm being very serious. Have you seen the Saints in the playoffs in recent years? We will wish that if we had to play somebody that's home and in the playoffs, we're wishing it's the Saints. It have to be. And look, we're not gonna need the refs to help us win or anything like that. Like we will go there to that dome and whoop y'all ass. And you can promise me that. And guess what? I will be there in my Cowboys jersey and everything, watching it live. And hopefully you're right next to me too.
Oh, that'll be great content. I'll make sure of that because Ziggy, as much shit as I talk to the Saints regime, I got a funny feeling if it's us and the Cowboys, Ziggy, I got a funny feeling. But Ziggy, all things considered, everything I just ranted about or whatnot, you feel confident that the Saints are going to be the NFC South champions, even with all the BS and all the stuff that we've already done with.
You can officially put me on record on the Jono Barnes show. Saints winning the division.
Well, folks, there you have it. And I want to know in the comments, do you guys think that the Saints are going to win the NFC South? And if you don't think the Saints are going to win the NFC South, let me know what team. Let me and Ziggy and F. I guess Brad, I don't know if he's still on. Let us know who you guys have winning the NFC South. But before we go to the portion that everybody loves, and that is the voicemails where we give the Saints fans a chance to rant and rave and ramble about how they feel on the show, I want to give a special shout out and play a special video for a Saints fan all the way in Mexico, folks.
Oh, wow.
All the way to Mexico, Ziggy. This is an international brand. I say that this shit more than the game brand is. And he was so inspired and so excited about the Saints' victory over the Colts this past Sunday. He had to record this video for all of the Saints fans and the Saints fans nation and the Who Dat nation. And he wanted to let the world know that this shit more than the game. Man.
Oh, let me get my.
Isn't that beautiful?
Man, that was pretty cool, man. Shout out to Diego, man.
Shout out to Diego.
He's from Mexico. He lives in Mexico?
He's in Mexico, yes, Evan.
Damn, so out of all the teams to root for, he chose the Saints? Jesus. Oh, man, that boy. No, no amigo, no.
Ziggy, I saw you had to tell man. Ziggy, you want to join? Ziggy, you want to play some music?
Yeah, man, I might join in, and I've been practicing. You know what I'm saying? I might join in. And
okay.
No,
man.
No.
Hey man, shout out to Diego, man. That was awesome. We appreciate that. All the way in Mexico with it. Like I said, folks, this shit more than a game is an international brand, and it just shows you one win, man. They can just raise the spirits of all the Saints fans. So we appreciate that, Diego. Thank you for showing
shirt
love.
On too, Jono.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wanted to let the world know this shit more than a game. And you know what the world wants to let us know? They want to let us know their thoughts on the Saints' performance this past Sunday. So everybody knows this is everybody's favorite portion of the show is when I open up the phone lines for everybody to leave voicemails on the Jono Barnes Show and just say how they feel. It could be good, it could be bad. There's no censors for the most part, unless it's like 12 curse words and I got to cut it off a little bit. But I want to give the fans a platform to say what they got to say. Because I feel like, Ziggy, this is unfortunate. Even though we let Evan on and Sean every now and then, this is a platform for the fans and by the fans, right? And we want to use this platform to give our fans, not I'm talking about the Saints fans, the Pelicans fans, Louisiana region fans, a voice to say what they got to say with no restrictions, right, Ziggy?
No restrictions.
No restrictions. We want to hear what you guys got to say. And granted, because we had a good game Sunday, you would think that, the fans would be a little turned down, right, Ziggy? Like they would be in a good mood, right? Well, let's find out, Ziggy. Let's find out, Evan. Here's the voicemails after week 8.
This is Jono Barnes. It's your boy, Jerry G from Gulfport, Mississippi. Just calling to give you my recap from Sunday's game against the Colts. New Orleans Saints finally woke up and played better as I thought they should. I thought we were going to go into this game and lose and be 3-5, but no. Saints had other plans. They went in there and they balled out, especially that offense. The offense put up 38 points. Might well say 40. It is what it is. Saints won. 4-4. Let's see if they keep up like this. These next 2 games for the bye, hopefully either be 6-4 or 5-5. But I just want to call to give you my recap. Keep doing what you're doing. And again, congratulations on 6K. Hard to believe, bruh. 6K. Hey, it ain't nothing but God, bruh. Blessings to you, your wife, and everybody in the entire Who Dat Nation. And we already know, and ending on this note, this shit more than a game. Go Saints, Who Dat.
Well, shout out to Jerry for that voicemail. And actually, Ziggy, Jerry had called me after the show last week to just send me a personal message saying congratulations for the 6th.
What's up, man?
So I appreciate that, Jerry, and I always appreciate your call. And it seems like, Ziggy, that voice that went on Sunday calmed Jerry down a little bit, right?
Yeah, Jerry. I mean, but if Jerry gets upset, then we give Jerry a pass because Jerry's the OG.
Right. So shout out to Jerry. Also, I want to give a shout out right quick. I know I have a very special viewer watching right now, Ziggy. My nephew, Ziggy, Aaron Barnes, is watching this show on Halloween night, y'all. My nephew. He stopped trick-or-treating because he said he wanted to watch his Uncle Jono. So, Aaron, Uncle Jono loves you, and thank you for watching. I hope you got a lot of good candy for Halloween. And Aaron, as you know, this more than a game, Aaron. So shout out to my nephew, Aaron. Ziggy, how did your kid do with trick-or-treating today?
They just got back in, man. Just candy, everything. Had to put a limit. Like, all right, now you gotta get up in the morning.
All the candy
now I'm the bad guy in the house.
All the candy that you gonna eat though, right? You're gonna have the candy from your daughter, right?
Hey, bro. We already got started, bro.
All right, let us get to more of the voicemails. Evan, are you back on?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right, let me play the rest of the voicemails. There's a second voicemails. Well, hold on 1 second. Let's put it back up. There we go.
Jono, yeah, that's good. The Colts win the game, yeah. Man, we gotta face the Bears next week. It's gonna be bad news Bears. We gotta get Tighan ready and Derek Carr ready. Because the bad news Bears, they can't beat the Saints. Yeah, it was good. All right, goodbye.
Shout out to Kyle, man. The bad news Bears come to town this weekend, Ziggy.
You heard that, Ev?
The bad news bears, Evan.
Why Ev can't hear it?
I can't hear the voicemails. I'm sorry.
That might be a blessing for us, Ziggy. That Evan can't. You can hear me though, right, Evan?
I can hear everything. I just can't hear any voicemail.
All right. Well, let me know in the chat if y'all can hear the voicemails. Me and Ziggy can hear them, but let's make sure we can hear the voicemails. I want somebody in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear the voicemails.
Somebody in the chat, let us know if y'all can hear it because I'm already.
me and Ziggy sure can. All right. Here is Evan. You might want to just we'll put you on mute and put it up on your phone or something so you can actually hear it, and then we'll bring you on after the voicemails. How about that? All right, I'm turning you off the volume now. And again, y'all, let me know in the chat if y'all can hear the voicemails.
You just gotta click. I got you, Jono. You just gotta do this.
Me and Ziggy can hear the voicemails, but let's make sure in the chat that you guys can hear the voicemails. All right, people saying that they can't hear the voicemails. So we're having a lot of technical difficulties, folks. I guess because the streaming platform doesn't want to work on Halloween. Because I'm seeing on my side, Ziggy, like the comment section is still popping off, but on my backstage scene, like it kind of froze on me. So I can't, unfortunately, keep up with the comments anymore because it's kind of froze on me, Ziggy. Ziggy, what's the last comment you seen in the backstage? Mine says Kamara's the GOAT. What do you see?
Yeah, that's the last one I see. So
yeah.
I got to work around for that. I got you.
All right, we're getting comments still. So I appreciate you guys. I can't highlight the comments right now because we're having streaming issues. Hey, that's what happens when you work on Halloween night. Let's get to the next voicemail.
What's up? This is Sam from the West Bank, the best bank. I actually don't have a call for you, John. I want to talk to your co-host, Sean, the Rams fan that always gets on your show and talks all that trash, but his team is the trashiest of them all. I mean, god damn, they got their ass whooped by the Cowboys this week. That is an embarrassing team, I tell you. But what a shock, when they don't have a lot of high-priced free agents to steal from, or when they're not stealing Super Bowls from more worthy teams, they look like the shit team that you see every Sunday for the past 2 weeks. They got the ass whooped, and you need to stop giving Sean a platform to come and speak about his sad-ass Rams. Ain't nobody got time for that. But before the other guy, what's his name? Your cousin, man, the Cowboys fan, his dumb ass. Before he gets on here and starts talking all that shit about the Cowboys, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that either, because we know they're going to get their asses bounced in January. Just a waste of time, man. It's a Saints show. Speak about a real team, man. These sad-ass teams we giving a platform to. Tell both of them they teams suck and that they could kiss our ass, okay? This shit more than a game, man. We 4-4. We about to win the NFC South, and we're going to be dancing on both their graves. I'm out, man. Who that?
That was a good one. Well, damn. I'm glad Evan. I don't know if Evan heard that one, but that man
catching strays. It was a message for Sean, but Evan caught a stray. Evan,
that's why Sean didn't show up tonight, because Sean is scared of the heat, bro. That's 2 times now, Ziggy. And he always got an excuse to man, take the heat. Don't get in the kitchen if you can't take the heat, man. I'm about to bounce Sean off this. The guy was right, Ziggy. The guy was right. I might have to listen to him. I might have to bounce Sean off the show, man. If you can't commit to taking your lumps like a man, then you ain't got no time on a Jono Barnes show. You're right, Sam. I do give a platform to Sean. I do give a platform to Evan. And this is how they repay me, right? They come on when they feel like it. They come on, man, when their team is doing good. But when their team ain't doing good, they know where to be seen. But me and Ziggy, we're going to take our lumps. We're going to come on the show, win or lose. Because it's always this shit more than the game. Thank you for that.
I just came out and said that the Saints about to win the season. I said on record. So
thank you for that call,
the Saints
Sam.
going to lose streak. I got to sit here and eat crow.
Evan, right quick. I got you off mute. Did you hear that call?
Oh, I heard it.
What are your thoughts on that call?
First of all, the dude said the best bank is the West Bank, so I already know where he coming from. That dude, man, look, he talking about in January. He need to be worrying about his car not being broken into, living in that sad-ass city that he's in, talking about the Cowboys. He wish he could come to the Dallas, boy. He wish he could come out here. Talk about a real damn team over here, man. He must stay. He worried about them sorry ass. He sound like he was on Bourbon Street drinking a hurricane already. Talking about the West Bank. Man, son, you don't know me, man. Talk about that. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
All right. That got Evan a little excited. Oh man, Ziggy, I'm trying to now I gotta follow the chat through the left side of me, but it looks like the chat is having a good time with these calls, which I love it, man. That's why I always tell you guys, y'all see the number at the bottom, 504-484-9170. The phone line is open 24/7, 365 days out the year. Of course, I would rather you call after the Saints game because you could give a better call because you'll know what happened at the game. But I love when you guys call me. I love the passion. I love the energy. You guys make this the greatest fan stream of all time. So thank you guys. Let's get to the next call.
Hey, y'all. The Saints finally won. The Saints finally won a game where I don't have to scream, bro. And I know, first of all, I haven't done this in a couple weeks, so I got to get back on track. This shit more than a game. Okay, it's not like we're some Rams where as soon as we play a real team, we crumble in our pants and allow 43 motherfucking points, okay? And Colts fans who think that we were lucky to win this game, you know what I find funny? I can't flick you off right now because the ring that we got when we kicked y'all asses in the Super Bowl is weighing my finger down, okay? That's all. You know, it's okay. If I got my ass beat in the Super Bowl and lost to that same team again, I'll be pissed too. My finger's being weighed down from the ring I have on your ass. We on your ass. But I'm gonna leave you all with that. Shaheed is great, and I'm out.
It's like, I like when Mikey starts the call saying, I don't have to scream. And then 30 seconds later, shout out to Mikey, man. Hey, he made a good point, Ziggy, about that.
I'm going to put this ring on your head.
And he made a good point, though. He brought up the Super Bowl. Remember, Ziggy, last week we asked, was the CBS feed going to show the Super Bowl footage the way they always
you did call it,
Minnesota Miracle and the way they always show the no call when we play the Rams and the Vikings, and they did. So shout out to CBS for that. And yes, man, Mikey, I guess the Colts fans are a little mad because of still that 2009 Super Bowl. Evan, I see you making the crying face. You got anything to say to Mikey?
Yeah, man. No, I'm not anything. I don't have nothing, Mikey. I was talking about you, talking about these, the Rams not throwing the flag. I'm just tired of that. Jesus Christ. When are y'all going to forgive about that?
Throwing the flag on you now. Shut the hell up. Let's get to our next call.
And another thing, this T Dirty again. Before I forget the defense, please fix that. They got to fix that. They got to fix. We giving up chunk plays. They putting gashes up. They gashing us up. Please, this defense cannot do that against Justin Fields or whoever. That's all I want to say. This defense, look, please don't get my heart racing. Pretty please. Who that for life?
they got T Dirty Becker. All right, so unfortunately, guys, T Dirty, of course, that's T Dirty at a level 2 compared to how he usually is. He actually, Ziggy and Evan, left a 2-minute voicemail before that call, but unfortunately, I guess it got lost in cyberspace when Google downloaded the voicemail. It was just blank audio. So and it hurt my soul, right? I'm like, damn, that's the call I was looking forward to the most, is T Dirty. But for whatever reason, Google did not want to send over T Dirty's original voicemail.
That's what I was waiting on.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, why Google? Hey, man, must be a Falcons fan running the Google voice account or something, man. But T Dirty, man, of course, man, every week you are a guaranteed call. A call on the show will definitely play you. Hopefully we have no technical difficulties with your call next week, and you can make the call on the Jono Barnes show. Evan, any thoughts on that?
No, I ain't got nothing on him.
You're lucky that the first voicemail from T Dirty didn't go through, because I'm sure you tried to give your ass some shit too. But
I don't know why y'all. I don't know why he getting excited. Y'all played the Colts, all right? Calm down. It's the Colts. They're rebuilding.
Anyways, let's get to the next voicemail.
Hey, what's up? My name is James. Just James. Man, look, I'm not faulting for that victory on Sunday, man. This team is still trash. Trash-ass team, man. Oh, our business stinks, but it's picking up ass team, man. Get out of here with all that. They're just like a New Orleans trash team, too. Just like the New Orleans trash and waste disposal companies. Shit, they might come every other week, but they gonna come, huh? That means I'm supposed to be excited because they came this week, but not the week before? Man, hell with that, man. This team is trash still. Because we picked on the Colts 7th-string cornerback, I'm supposed to think that Derek Carr suddenly has the light turned on? Hell no, man. They gotta prove it to me. Beat the Bears. Beat the Vikings. And then maybe I'll believe, man. This dumbass fan base, man, talking about some,
We might win the NFC South now. Man, have y'all seen the last 2 years with Derek Carr and Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael? It only takes one win for these people to get all excited, man. Hell with that. Ask for some consistency, man. We like one of them chicks that always get cheated on. And then the boyfriend says, I'm going to change, baby. I'm going to change. Okay, baby. I know you're going to change this time. But goddamn, have some pride. Have some pride, Saints fans. Let them earn your trust. Not with a win on the Colts. Not with a win on the Colts, but at least let them win 3 straight before we suddenly start talking about playoffs again. That's all I got to say, man. Yo, Jono, I love your show. I love your content, man. Shout out to Ziggy. Those other guys, they're all right, man. But I love what you're doing. I love what you're building. Keep building on that 6,000, man. Shout out to your wife. Shout out to the whole squad, man. That's all I got. Oh, and one last thing. This shit more than a game.
I feel like that was Evan using a voice manipulator. That sounds like all the talking points from Evan, man. I don't know. That sounds like something Evan would say. Evan, was that you?
Nah, that's AI right there. I said, I don't know who put this in the chat GPT. I don't know, but that was an AI person right there.
I think it was Evan. I think Evan did that.
It sounds like Evan, bro. I don't know.
No, we have to replay this. I'm sure there's like a device where you can, like, you know, chop and screw it. Though that sounds like something exactly Evan would say, bro.
It sounds like somebody using a voice, what they call a modifier or something like that.
Hey, if that's the way for people to be comfortable talking on the Jono Barnes show, absolutely, I get it. This is 2023. AI is taking over. Use the voice manipulator, but on that instance, I feel like that was Evan. I don't know. That was too much. That was too much of Evan's talking points to me, man. Making fun of the city, saying that the Saints fans are getting overhyped.
Nah, that was AI. But guess what? He was right. I'll give him that. He was right.
All right, we have one final call, and then we will get to our Week 9 preview.
I want to play a game.
All right. That's enough, boys. These niggas are tripping today, Ziggy. What's the Halloween got people doing? What the hell was that?
I don't know why they keep trying to play with you, Jono.
It's gotta be Evan. That's why he's not on the screen right now. Y'all niggas tripping tonight, man. Happy Halloween. God damn.
I don't know why they be doing you. It's probably Evan Caffin.
Yeah, that's why he left. Come on, now, you got your chat working again? Because mine's still not working.
Mine's is a little glitchy, so I'm trying to work through it. But I do have it up on the side too, as well.
All right. Yeah, Evan had to step out for a minute. I guess he.
Joe said that was brutal. And then Pammy, shout out to Pammy. She said shout out to Mikey. So some people still shouting out Mikey.
Yeah. We appreciate when Mikey John always calls the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those voicemails this week. It's always very entertaining. Again, folks, I see a lot of people in the chat to my left who in the chat, which I appreciate, but I want to start seeing these people make some calls. So like I see my girl Pammy. I want Pammy to start leaving some voicemails, man. I want to see like not just Mikey and Jerry, but like the regulars that we always have on the show. I want to hear from them. Use the chat voice thing if you don't want your real voice to be on, but there's workarounds around it. But I want to see some of these names in the chat to be leaving some voicemails too, because you guys are always so passionate in the chat. I want to see you guys leave a voicemail after the game. So from Pammy, for Trav, for my girl Dana, man, leave some voice, especially the females. Again, I want to get more female voice. I want to hear what the female fan base got to say about the Saints, man, because they be more passionate than us, Ziggy.
You never know. What Clarissa at? We want to hear from Clarissa.
Yeah.
We want to hear from Shady.
We might have to have my wife on the show. Let her get her thoughts on the show. But I appreciate all the voicemails, man. Again, 504-484-9170. My phone lines are always open. If you ever have any like problems with it, just always hang up and call again. Trust me, they do go through. Besides, unfortunately, T-Dirty's this week, and we love to hear from you guys. You guys are the best part of the show. So thank you for those voicemails. Now, Ziggy, are you ready for the Week 9 preview?
Let's do it.
All right. So Let's. Do you have the picks ready, Ziggy? I actually have.
If you got them, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, see, I can't prepare, Ziggy, because I didn't know if you were going to be on the show today. So,
shit, I ain't know either.
Is the wifey going to be mad that you decided to do the Jono Barnes show instead of
This shit more than the stream, bro. So
there we go, bro.
I gotta deal with the consequences once I log out.
That's my
log
dog.
out of this computer.
That's my dog, man. That's that true. This shit more than the game energy right there. So Ziggy. We actually have some very good matchups this week for week 9. I'm very excited about the slate of games. We'll, of course, get to the Saints and the Bears as our last game. But starting
you might just
off,
have to zoom in on that web page.
Nah, I mean, they can see, Ziggy. I'm blind anyway, right? So I'm not supposed to see. They can see. They know. They'll hear us talk. We have our first game, Ziggy. We have the Titans versus the Steelers. Will Levi, or is it Will Levis? I forget. But he looked real good, Ziggy. He looked real good. He helped us out. He did the Saints solid by whooping the Falcons' ass last week. Hey, man.
Right.
Themselves a quarterback. And Lord knows, when you find yourself a quarterback, man, you can do backflips because quarterbacks don't grow on trees like that. So I'm going to say that, though, his hot streak does not continue. I actually have the Steelers. Ziggy, who you have?
I have the Steelers as well. I agree with you, Jono. I mean, it's his first game in, so, what do? You just throw it up to D-Hop and see what happens. So now that teams are going to be preparing for him, we're going to see how he reacts to that. But I got Pittsburgh.
Evan, are you there? And who's your pick for the Titans against the Steelers?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, that guy played a hell of a week last week against Tennessee. He had a good week. He threw it up to D-Hop, and D-Hop caught it. But guess what? That ain't going to work with the Steelers, man. Watt going for 2 sacks. Man, give me the Steelers.
So y'all know what happens when we have a sweep, right?
Damn.
Oh, don't fret, Evan. This is the special Halloween edition of the Jono Barnes Show. So you get a special Halloween sweep video.
Question.
The Jono Barnes Show. I'm telling y'all, if you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Where else? Where else can you find content like that? Next up, we have arguably the game of the week at 9:30 a.m. New Orleans time. We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Ziggy, yet another opportunity for the Miami Dolphins to prove that they're not a good team, that they have the potential to be a great team. And you know what? I know it's overseas. I think that the Dolphins are going to finally, third time's a charm, show us that they are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm still going to do it. They're going to have to fool me a third time. I'm going with the Dolphins. What you got, Ziggy?
I would like to go with the Dolphins as well, but we know whenever they play high competition, they get punched in the mouth. They beat up on the little teams, but when they go against contenders, they show up. But I'm gonna go with Miami, but there's gonna be I'm with you, Jono. It's gonna be their last chance to make me a believer.
And Evan?
I mean, Miami showed out good last week against the Patriots, but Miami is a different team when they playing at home against playing on the road. Their 2 losses this year was on the road against the Eagles and the Buffalo. And I know they're playing all the way overseas, and Kansas City is coming off a terrible loss against Denver. I think Mahomes going to be fired up. I got Kansas City in this one.
It should be a good one. We'll see if Evan is going to be not hungover enough to actually wake up and watch the game Sunday morning.
Probably would not be watching the game.
Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings without Kirk Cousins. Horrible news, man. Kirk Cousins out for the year. Saw they traded for Joshua Dobbs, so we'll see if he gets enough reps to start in time for Sunday, which is the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons seems like, I can't prove this, but they've been like a win-loss team. So they lost last week. I think with Kirk Cousins out and Jefferson out, it's too much for Minnesota. I hope I'm wrong to say I was wrong last week, but I got the Falcons winning, and they hold on to that top spot in NFC South for just another week. But we're coming for that ass, Falcons. We're coming for that ass. Evan?
Yeah, Atlanta at home. I know Minnesota just traded for that quarterback, guys, but I mean, he's going to be a weekend. He's still going to be learning how to playbook. No Jordan Jefferson. Yeah, give me Atlanta by 10 on this one.
And Ziggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta as well, but it might be an ugly game.
Any question?
David Pumpkins, the GOAT, man. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Arizona Cardinals. I feel like the Cleveland Browns are the most underrated team this year because of the whole Deshaun Watson cloud over them. But them boys is good, and they're balling, and they are in the AFC, and they're going to continue to prove it by obviously whipping on a team that's tanking. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns. Evan?
Yeah, against Arizona. I doubt Kyler Murray still plays. I think he's another week out. I got Cleveland on this one.
I don't know, man. Arizona might pull it out, bro. Like I might go with I'm gonna have to go with Arizona on this one.
I feel like you're doing that because you're trying to avoid the video. Like, come on now, Ziggy. You gun to your head, your ass ain't gonna hit the damn. I had it ready too. Damn it, I had it ready. Yeah, Ziggy don't fake me. It's all good. It's all good. Next up, we got the Packers. We got the Packers against the Rams. Hey, it must be the curse of the Saints because the Packers have also not won a game since they beat the Saints. And I don't think that they do it again this week, even though, y'all, the Rams have a lot of injuries. The Rams might be on a free fall. I mean, the Cowboys might have just really ended the Rams season. I don't know about the status of Stafford. That's going to play a big part. If Stafford is okay, I'm going to go with the Rams, but I do have the authority to change my mind if, like, on Thursday or Friday, they announce that Stafford is out. Ziggy?
Yeah, I'm going Rams, Jono.
Evan?
If Stafford's playing, I'm going with the Rams. If Stafford's not playing, I'm going with the Rams.
This sweet more than a game.
I always laugh how Shane is looking at you like, the hell are you doing, bro?
Y'all could try to contain it, but this week more than the game is inevitable. All right, next up, we have the Commanders versus the New England Patriots. And boy, the Commanders have obviously made it obvious today that they are now officially in tanking mode. But the Patriots suck, so good Lord have mercy. I guess I'm going to go with they're at home, so I'm going to go with the Patriots, but I don't really feel confident about either team. Evan?
Well, I think it's going to be the most boring game this week. Oh, I'm sorry. The Saints still playing. I think I'll give me the Patriots on this one.
I just feel bad for Eric Bieniemy. He, took a chance on himself to go to the Commanders, and now they're tanking. I'm like, for all that, he could have stayed in Kansas City for another year and contend for a Super Bowl. But, we're going with New England on this one.
That's another sweep, huh? That is another sweep.
Any question?
Now we'll get to the Saints and Bears to close out the show, but we will now get to the Ravens versus the Seahawks. Ooh, that's gonna be a good game. It's an under the radar game, man. Two teams that's definitely doing the damn thing. The Seahawks, folks, are the top team in the NFC West right now. Put some respect on Geno Smith's name. Put some respect on Pete Carroll. Everybody talking about the 49ers and all that, and I get it. The 49ers have the history that you absolutely could be 100% behind the 49ers if you still feel like they are the team to beat. But the Seahawks are doing the damn thing, man. Everybody was like wondering if they were going to be a fluke last year, but they look like they are legitimate. And with this game, though, unfortunately, they are in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is playing out of his mind right now, playing MVP football. I think he keeps that up. I am going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. Ziggy?
Once again, Jono, I hate that we just kind of agreeing right now, but yeah, Ravens is my pick for this game, and I think they'll pull it out. Pause.
Hey, Seattle is doing good this year, but honestly, look at their last 4 wins. Cleveland without Deshaun Watson, Arizona, the New York Giants, and Carolina Panthers. That's 4 wins, and the other 2 games they lost. So, man, and how Lamar Jackson's playing, I'm going with Baltimore.
And we got Pammy in chat says Seahawks as well, Jono.
Yeah, I wish I could put up everybody making their picks with us, but unfortunately, guys, our streaming is having some technical difficulties, so I cannot highlight the chat. But I do know one thing: that, folks, was a sweep.
This sweep more than a game.
All right, next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have not won a game in a calendar month, versus the Houston Texans, coming off a very disappointing loss to the winless Carolina Panthers. I think the Bucs sadly get it together, because it seems like the NFC South is just going to continue to go on that roller coaster where it's going to come down to week 17 or week 18. But to do that, that means that eventually teams like the Falcons and the Bucs are going to have to win games, and I think the Bucs win this week. Evan?
Give me the Texans. I think at home, I think CJ's going to play a whole lot better game. I mean, they played against last game. I think they'll pull it off this win.
And Ziggy?
I agree. Going with the Texans.
All right. And I hope you two are right. Absolutely, I hope you two are right, because that would give the Saints some wiggle room in case we inevitably screw up and lose a game that we shouldn't lose. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Carolina Panthers. The Colts looked pretty decent against us, right, Ziggy? They didn't look like they were the worst team of all time. They looked pretty decent against us. They gave us a solid fight. I don't think Carolina has discovered anything after that win Sunday. I just think that they caught Houston on a bad week. I'm going to go with the Colts on this one. Ziggy?
Yep, going with the Colts as well. They're going to bounce back after they lost to the Saints this past week, and Carolina's going to go back to normal and lose.
You know, the Panthers played good defense last week. It was a boring game, 15-13 against Houston. But the Colts, they gave up over 35 points in the last 3 games. And I think they're going to figure out this week, though, and they're going to beat Carolina Panthers.
Evan, folks, can come with the data and the statistics and the actual legitimate analysis when he wants to.
Every time I go, you say, keep it short. I could do that, too.
Question.
Don't get jealous, Ziggy. Don't get jealous.
I'll make my pick short. All right, we ain't got time for that.
We don't, my man. Evan got to go out and get some drinks soon, so we can speed round this up a little bit. All right, because this man definitely does not need serious analysis. It's the Giants versus the Raiders. The Giants, I guess. Ziggy?
I'm going with the Vegas Raiders.
Evan?
Do we have to pick a team? You can probably end up with a tie, honestly. But Raiders at home? Yeah, give me Raiders.
All right. Next up, we got Evan. Ooh, it's a good one. Now, this is going to be interesting. We're going to see just how legitimate the Cowboys are. Evan's saying that 49ers game was a fluke. We're going to see, because now they're going up against the real team in the NFC East, the actual Super Bowl team from last year, the division winner from last year. It is the Dallas Cowboys in Philadelphia against the Philadelphia Eagles, because it is in Philadelphia. Don't get me wrong. I actually think the Cowboys are going to give a good game, but they're not on the Eagles' level. While the Eagles are going all in, training for Kevin Byard and doing what they got to do to keep that window open to try to win the Super Bowl, the Cowboys are just sitting on their ass thinking that they got enough talent. When every time they play a contender, they get humbled. They're going to get humbled again. Even though it's going to be a close game, Philadelphia is going to show that they're still the top dogs in the NFC East. Ziggy, who you got?
I got the Cowboys, Jono.
Ooh, wow.
Just be honest with you, bro.
Why, Ziggy? Why? I want to know why. Why?
The defense, bro.
But you ain't got no
the
respect.
The Cowboys have only had 120 points scored against them. I just think that the Eagles not going to be able to run the ball up and down the court with AJ Brown like they've been doing. The Cowboys are going to kind of hold them down. Just being truthful.
All right, no, I respect. I don't know who the Cowboys going to put on AJ Brown, but Evan, who you got?
His name is Stephon Gilmore. He'll be checking AJ Brown. But honestly, if you look at the last couple games the Eagles been playing, I mean, they struggled against Washington twice. Only beat them by 7 points this past week, and it went to overtime with them. And obviously, you can see that is a team that is tanking. And then they lost to a team who we completely whooped ass early this year, was the New York Jets. And they didn't really whoop the Rams either. They barely beat the Rams too. And I think, they have home court. I will give them that. We're going to their city. But the way how we're playing right now, we don't even need a run game. The way Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, the connection they got going on, Gallup is getting better right now. Brandon Cooks is getting better right now. Man, I honestly think this is going to be a very statement game from the Cowboys to show that we are here for a freaking reason. I got the Cowboys winning by 13 this week.
Flag on the play. Ziggy, how many times Evan says it's going to be a statement game for the Cowboys? Okay, Evan, it's like y'all 800 statement game. Congratulations. Of course, you
look. I'll stop saying statement games as soon as y'all stop worrying about them refs. I'll say that. All right.
Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bills have not really looked all that special so far this season, but they did help us out, and they beat the Bucs for us last Thursday night. And the Bengals look like they're doing the same formula as last year. They start off slow, and now they look like they are a legitimate threat to the AFC. Joe Burrow looked really good against the 49ers last week. He looks like he's gotten a little bit healthier as the season has gone along. So I am going to go again, because of it being in Cincinnati, I'm going to get the home team the advantage, and I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan?
The Bills just seem some off about them this season. I don't know. Something's wrong with Josh Allen. It's the turnover rate he's doing. The offense doesn't seem how they were like years before. And the way Joe Burrow is clicking right now, man, he is absolutely killing it. Bengals at home. I got to go with the Bengals.
Ziggy.
Going Bengals, Jono. At home too. And Buffalo, too inconsistent.
I wonder if David Pumpkins is a Bengals fan.
Question.
Hey, would you two about next year? I trust about David Pumpkins, and you guys can be my B-bot skeletons. Anyways, last but not least, of course, before we get to the Saints, we got the Monday Night Football game between the Chargers and the Jets. I really don't have much interest in this game, even though shout out to the Jets, man. They're doing the damn thing. Even when Rodgers hurt, they are still playing good football and are actually still in the playoff picture, man. So everybody is assuming that because Rodgers is there, that they just kind of discarded the Jets, but the Jets are right there in the thick of things. And the Chargers, of course, are always that inconsistent team. But when they own, man, they look like one of the better teams in the AFC. Now, don't get it wrong. That's something that game didn't really impress me because of who they were playing. But sometimes it takes whooping teams' ass like that to get your mojo going. I think the Chargers continue with that mojo. I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Chargers. Evan?
Yeah, the Jets running on a three-game winning streak right now. I mean, they struggled against the Giants this past week, but I think with Justin Herbert going in, they whipped on Chicago last week. I think they're going to whip on the Jets this week too.
No, California team going to New York is about to be wintertime. Give me the Jets.
Oh, wow. Okay. So those were our Week 9 picks, folks. But, of course, we saved the best for last as we close out the Jono Barnes Show, and we preview the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. Now, good Lord have mercy. What a blessing Dennis Allen has yet again to be in a position where the schedule really works out in his favor. Justin Fields is not playing. I'm shocked that they announced it so early, to be honest. I thought that they were going to kind of do the thing where they were where he might play and try to force the Saints to have to prepare for two quarterbacks. But there was absolutely no excuse, and there's absolutely no way. As bad as this team has been, as inconsistent as this team has been, there's absolutely no way that we should lose to the Chicago Bears, who are not – they were one of the worst teams, even with Justin Fields. But now with a backup quarterback – this is a must win. This is a must. You got to take advantage of this game so that when it comes down to week 17 or 18 and you're trying to play for a playoff spot and host a playoff game, you don't look back on this game and say, God damn, how did we give that game away? No, the Bears got their ass whooped last week, and it feels like they are ready to tank in the season as well. We need to give them that motivation to start tanking earlier than they want to and put them out their misery. I am not going to be just satisfied with a win. I want to whoop their ass this week, Ziggy. Like, I want to have a 3-touchdown win. We should blow these dudes out. Get our confidence up. It might be false confidence. I'll give Evan that because I know what Evan going to say. It's going to be like, oh, y'all just beating up on bad teams and y'all getting false confidence. I don't care. Give me the false confidence. Saints, give me false confidence. Dennis Allen, show me that you can take the trick and stop being you can take the treat and stop being a trick. The NFL guys are giving you a treat. Take advantage of it. Whoop the Bears' ass. I got the Saints winning, and I'm going to be pissed off if it's one of those games that come down to the last minute. No, we should do what the Chargers did. Whoop that ass and go and worry about Minnesota the week after. Ziggy, who you got?
I got the Saints, Jono. The Bears, I've been kind of talking about points that teams have been giving up. The Bears in the entire NFC conference are giving up the second most out of all NFC teams at 218 points. If we don't beat them, and as you alluded to, Jono, if we don't beat them and also blow them out, then we got some problems, Jono. But I'm going with the Saints.
Evan?
Well, here's my analysis on this game. Look, the Bears looked terrible last week. Let's not get it wrong. And it's the Saints at home, which y'all really haven't been playing that well at home. But the Bears is averaging 132 rushing yards a game, and the Saints is really in the middle of the pack against the rush defense. They're really great against the pass, but I think the Bears is really going to run it down the Saints' throat. And I honestly think it's going to be a very close game. And unfortunately, I know y'all want to hear it, but I got the Bears 17-13 on Sunday.
Why are you like this?
I think this is going to be a reminder of who like the team y'all are. Okay, this is a reminder. Y'all, this is a setup game for y'all. Y'all thinking with the headset like, yeah, y'all want to go in there and dominate just like the Chargers did. But guess what? Y'all are not the Chargers. Okay, and y'all going to realize that this upcoming week when Deontay Foreman, Johnson, whoever running back they're going to get over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns on y'all. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think really it's going to be 17-13 the Bears.
See everybody in the chat talking shit to Evan, and I agree with you guys. Absolutely, please talk shit because I don't. Well, you know what, Ziggy? Let me play devil's advocate. I mean, should you or I, or even the fans in the chat that's going at Evan right now, should we even be confident the way we are about this game? Like knowing what all of the days we've stated about Dennis Allen, maybe Evan is actually just trying to show us like, hey, y'all can't be saying all this stuff about Dennis Allen and then acting like you guys are like easy win for the Chicago Bears. Maybe Evan is trying to give us a heads up. Are we being too hard on Evan? Like, is Evan actually giving legitimate analysis?
Jono, they've given up the second most in the NFC in points. It's like the proof is in the pudding. You get beat 9 times out of 10. When they do get beat, they're getting blown out. So this is a bad team, Jono, that we're about to go up against, and we should completely dominate them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do see what Evan is alluding to, but the Bears are a terrible team right now. We should beat them, and we should, blow them out the water.
Yep, y'all should do a lot of things, but the Bears did pick up that nice defensive lineman from Washington, who's probably going to play this week.
Yeah,
and
Montez
probably,
I'm thinking of
that offensive line y'all have, I'm sure he's going to get a sack or two with that line. He's going to cause some disruption. And I'm tired. I just think that the Bears, I think they figured out the game plan that they need to do. They got away from this last week against the Chargers. How they did it with the Raiders, they ran the ball over, 30, 35 times, close to 40. And that's like their formula of winning. And I think they're going to come in at the Dome and do the same exact thing. And I think they're going to be success. I think they're going to succeed.
Well,
hey, Dana in the chat, Jono, she said that we're going to put 40 on their heads.
I can see that. We should have put 40 on the Colts if Olave doesn't drop that touchdown.
I hope Dana's okay because they ain't about to happen.
So hold on. Last week, though, let me give a recap. Last week, I went 13-3 in my picks. My best prediction week so far. Let's hope I keep the momentum up. Evan went 12-4. So Evan's doing good with his picks, Ziggy. Like, we get mad at him, but he's doing good with his picks. But you know what? He would have been 13-3 too if he picked the Saints. I'll tell you that. And Ziggy, you went 11-5. That's not bad, Ziggy. You're improving week by week.
I try to go with the gamble picks too. That's why I kind of get myself messed up with.
Yeah, and I respect.
I like the gamble.
Absolutely respect it. So So I guess the Saints fans' confidence level is very high right now. I hope the Saints do not let us down now. If they do, of course, I'm going to be on here ranting and raving about how much I hate the Saints. But you know what time it is, dog. There's always go Saints time, man.
What Cam Jordan do, Jono? What Cam Jordan
do? Levels, man, and it's time, man. I feel like these next two games with the Bears with their backup quarterback and with the Vikings with their backup quarterback, we have a prime opportunity. I'm not saying that we'll turn the corner. I'm not saying that we're officially a contender. I am saying that the Saints are. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I've been scarred by Dennis adding too much to say, Ziggy.
If you're saying that we win our division, we're a contender.
I don't even just because you're in a bad division doesn't make you a contender. But
that's how you know you have no faith in your team right there. Thank you, Jono.
No, you're right.
I said we're gonna win our division.
They got to give me a reason to have faith. They give Ziggy a reason. Ziggy's an eternal optimist. They got to give me a reason, man. So win these next two games, bro. Win these next two games, and I'll have optimism, bro. And I'll be like fully on at least the playoff bandwagon. Now, look, if they win these next two games and it's like ugly football, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, we won the games because we have a good scheduling matchup. But if we can actually look competent, Ziggy, like we did Sunday, like 3 straight games where the offense looks good, the defense looks good to great, and like we're playing good football, I legitimately might get suckered in back by Dennis Allen and be like, okay, he might have found a gemstone, the golden ticket. He finally found it. He took advantage of an easy schedule and he used that to build the confidence of the team. And now we might be able to do something special. Not special as in Super Bowl, don't get me wrong, but like special as in whooping this goddamn division's ass and Dennis Allen saving this job. So it should be a very interesting week 9 in the NFL as the midseason point is officially on us. Man, I always tell fans, cherish it, man. Y'all know we was all summer waiting for football to come back, and here we are, 8 games down. That means we only got 9 more guaranteed. Of course, some teams are going to have more games than that. Hopefully us. Definitely looks like the Cowboys are going to have more than 9 games to go. But cherish these games, man, because come January, February, we're going to be like, damn, man, I miss football. So I'm kind of sad that the football season is going by so fast, but I'm also excited to see what happens the rest of the season. Evan, do you have any final comments? And do you want to leave any message for Sean since he was scared to show up tonight?
Oh, no, Sean will hear me, so I'll keep it to myself. Nah, nice. I ain't gonna let Sean know if not.
I was about to say
he gotta hear me.
Ziggy, any final comments?
Final comments. Hey, I see Demetri and McGee in chat, man. I served in the military with that guy, so appreciate you, man, for tuning into the show. Also our boy Terrell Walker's in chat. I see y'all.
Oh, Lord.
Thank y'all for all the chats and everything. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but definitely see all y'all chats and everything like that. And also appreciate you, Jono and Ev, as well.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And before we close out, I want to thank everybody again for joining tonight. We try to keep the show short for our standards tonight because we know it's a busy night for everybody. My dog Ziggy got to go ahead and be a good father and scout through his daughter's candy. My dog Evan got to go out drinking and living it up in those mean streets of Dallas. But thank you all who joined the show tonight, man. It's a holiday night, right? So we know that a lot of people had a lot of things to do. So for everybody who took the time to join the show, whether it was for the whole show, whether it was for a portion of the show, we thank you. We hope you have a happy Halloween. But guys, before y'all leave, y'all know what tomorrow is, right?
What's tomorrow, bro? All Saints Day?
What's the date tomorrow, Ziggy? What's the date?
November 1st, All Saints Day, right?
So y'all know what that means, right? Y'all know what that means. holiday. It's officially Christmas time, man. Y'all know Jono Barnes. I am a Christmas geek. So when that clock hits midnight tonight, please know this shit more than a holiday, man. Happy Halloween. Merry Christmas. And leave with this shit more than a game in the comments. Evan, Ziggy, Merry Christmas, folks. It's a it's the most wonderful time of the year.
That man said that Michael Jackson suit was baggy.
Happy holidays, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, this shit more than a holiday. This shit more than a holiday.
My eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on and flashed. He did the mash. He did the monster. He did the monster mash.
This shit more than a game.